So my biggest issue is still like I'm good on logical reasoning. I'm sort of close on reading comp, and I was going to ask you a question about how to annotate. And based on what you're saying here, I'm going to try and usually I'm fine, but every once in a while I kind of cut it down to the wire. So I'm going to see if my comprehension suffers if I stop annotating, in which case it would save me time if it doesn't suffer. So I'm going to give that a shot, and that might solve my problem there. And it's literally just, I feel like I'm always about 3 minutes to 4 minutes short on logic games. My accuracy is good until that last problem when I'm like rushing. And then when that happens, I'm trying to get like squeeze the last point or two out. I can, and so if you had any thoughts of, do you think that I should just try to jam a bunch of logic game sections and maybe do like 1 or 2 full practice tests to keep the other skills like sharp enough? Or should I just do, like you said, full tests?
I would do primarily full tests, but that's what you're going to be doing in 2 weeks. But right. If you've got the need to drill something in particular, like logic games are giving you trouble or reading comp was giving you trouble, do some more of that on the side.
Okay.
Do some timed sections individually like that on the side, and then review those in depth too, so that at least you're adjusting the proportion of what you're working on.
Sure.
Now we have Emily in the chat here repeating, don't do the logic games in order. Don't do the logic games in order. So I'm not sure if she's referring to the questions within a game or the section overall. But
I do jump around both of those, and it's harder. That's harder too, not seeing them laid out on a page, but I'm getting better at that. Jumping to different questions and trying to prioritize.
Yeah, I think especially for the 4 games in a set, you could skip around a little bit, but there's also an investment cost in getting familiar with each one. So if you're going to do all 4 anyway, I personally don't think there's a ton of value in saying, oh, number 3 looks hard. I've already diagrammed half the rules. Let me come back to that, because then you have to reinvest yourself in that.
Yeah, I pretty much just look for one, like I'll do the first question that doesn't look obviously hard. Like as I start looking at, if it's like an ordering one or something like that, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
If I look at it and I go, oh my God, how am I even going to diagram that? Then I go to a different one.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.